Welcome back in New York. Day 6 of the federal trial against R&B singer R. Kelly has been underway for about an hour now. The Grammy Award-winning artist is facing a number of charges for allegedly running a criminal enterprise to lure and sexually abuse women, some underage. Yesterday, one of the alleged victims continued to provide emotional and disturbing detail about her alleged abuse at the hands of R. Kelly. Attorneys arrived at the courthouse just an hour or so ago, where witness Jane Doe, number 5, continued her testimony this morning. Court TV legal correspondent Julia Janae is outside the courthouse, joining us live with the latest. Julia, good morning to you. Jane Doe, number 5, back on the stand for more.
Ted, that cross-examination is continuing right now. It's an extremely tense time inside the courtroom. Everyone is hanging on the words of Jane Doe number 5 because she is reading her own letters to various people. When I was in the courtroom, one of the main letters that I heard that I noticed everyone really paying attention to was a letter to her parents while she was in a relationship with Kelly. And she is telling her parents, according to this letter, that she feels you used me as bait, that you treated me like another word for a prostitute, that you dropped me off with this man at 3 a.m. not caring what would happen to me, and she felt like they were not being parents who were loving. These words, just the way that she is reading them, are really captivating everyone inside the courtroom.
And this is on cross. Interesting that this is being used by the defense. One would think that that might go to the overall horror that these women were experiencing. What's the upside for the defense by saying that, bringing this out to the jury?
Ted, I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing you, but I know we're talking about the themes that cross-examination has gone through. The defense is really honing on not only the lies that Jane Doe number 5 may have said to the defendant early on when she didn't tell him that she was in fact underage, that she was 17, but also they're bringing up her parents. That's why that letter to her parents that she wrote was so important. And here's a bit of that exchange, or some of the details that they have harped on regarding her parents. Devereaux Canick, who's the defense attorney who was doing this cross-examination, he said, your parents proposed a number of business deals to Kelly, including a Bluetooth sex toy that would play Kelly music when it was being used. Her mother tried to get a job with Kelly as an assistant or a driver, but the witness denied that her parents ever told her to take pictures or to try and get blackmail information on Kelly. So there's a lot of information that's coming out. These jurors are hearing about her really embattled relationship with her parents and the beginning of all of this. But, you know, it really is making her even more sympathetic, because it seems that she underwent all of this abuse and control from the defendant, according to her testimony, but also seems to have been abandoned by her parents as well.
Oh, yeah, it's just heartbreaking. And she also described meeting the defendant and described a pretty vulgar first time together alone when the police were called.
This was her first time meeting the defendant. She wanted to be an R&B singer, and she was supposed to be meeting him for an audition, but he immediately asked her for a kiss, asked her to sit in his lap, according to her testimony. This happened at the Dolphin Hotel at Walt Disney World. We have a picture that was shown to this jury of the exterior of that hotel where all of this allegedly took place. He also, according to Jane Doe number 5, tried to initiate sex, saying he needed to have some kind of a sexual encounter before they went through with this audition. She said she rebuffed him, she resisted, she did not like what was going on. And then the police arrived because her parents weren't able to figure out where they were. So the police knocked on the door to get information, asked for her ID. She told them she was 18, even though her ID said 17. Not clear why police didn't really read that ID and notice that she was, in fact, underage. But here's how Canick handled it on cross-examination. He said, you didn't respond to the police being there by telling Kelly, enough of this, I'm leaving with these officers, correct? Jane Doe said yes. Canick, you continued the sexual encounter after the officers left. She said yes. He also asked, but you say that you felt uncomfortable, that you felt vulnerable and violated, outraged in this moment. And she said, yes. These jurors are hearing a very confident witness. I can't overstate how she is handling even these very difficult questions. Even though you can tell that the defense is scoring these points, she's not wavering or trying to cover it up. She's very straightforward about the problems. It seems that she was very well prepared by the prosecutors in this case.
What about the defendant, R. Kelly? How is he handling all this during especially cross?
I got to point out where his eye contact is. He is not looking at the jury who's to his left. He's not looking at the witness who's to his right. He's looking straight ahead. That is basically a wall, an empty wall in this courtroom with the prosecution table in between it. But as she is reading these letters to him, as she is detailing some of these very private, personal, intimate, sexual details, he is making eye contact with the wall, it appears. But I did notice him starting to write a lot when Kanik mentioned that basically he was asking Jane Doe number 5 if Kelly was a gentleman, if he opened the door every time that she got out of the car, if he stood when women came into the room. For some reason, that was something that he seemed to really want to take note of there in the courtroom.
Interesting. All right, Julia Janae, thank you. We'll let you get back into that courthouse. Julia will be back with another update. Jane Doe number 5 still on cross. This is a witness that is so important to both the federal government and R. Kelly's defense team, obviously spending a lot of time on the witness